Hello, and welcome to the video on date functions. So open a blank Excel worksheet, and I've typed in some headings, but you can just follow along, you don't have to type them in. And we're going to use the date functions and actually use them within formulas as well. So for the very first one in B1, I'm just going to type in manually today's date. I'll make column B a little bit larger. So using today's date, I'm going to type equals, and the formula is today, open parentheses and close parentheses. And all, just to remind you that all formulas have to have four parts, and the four parts are the equal sign, the function name, which is today, the parentheses, if there was a range, and the arguments. This one there is no range, so there's no arguments. And then I'll just press enter, and it puts in today's date. And I'll explain the difference between the two. They look identical. The next one is equals now, open close parentheses, and enter. So you do see that the first one, the third one, now actually has the time. The difference between today's date where I typed it manually and the one that I used a formula, you can see it in the formula bar. If we were to close this, save it and close it and open it tomorrow, this will still have July 10th. This one will update to the current time. So if you type it manually, it stays that date, but if you use the today date function, it'll update automatically. So to find the formula for tomorrow, you would type in equals, and I'll click today's date plus 1, and it gives you the next day's date. If you wanted today's date to be a title and always to appear as a title, you would type apostrophe, then the date. So it would be considered a title. And it has the apostrophe in it. So if you were later on doing a calculation and there was numbers in there, it wouldn't be part of the sum of the total. It would be considered a title, so it wouldn't change it at all. Day 1. So if I just type 1 here, I just have a 1. But if I go into general and select date, short date, it puts in 1, which is calculated as January 1st, 1900. So what would day 2 be? Day 2 would be equals, I'm just going to press the up arrow, plus 1, and it should be January 2nd. How about day 365? It would be equals, and I want day 1 plus 365, and it'll be the last day of the year. How about 30 days from today? And sometimes you'll see advertisements about you'll receive an additional discount if you were to pay it within 30 days of when it's due. So to know when something is within their 30 days, you could create a formula. And the formula would be equals, and I'll put today's date, plus 30. So as long as it's paid by August 9th, you'll get the discount. This one, we want to see how many days old you are. So type in a birthday. I'm just going to make up one. So August 1st, 2002. And I want to know how many days old I am. It would be equals today's date minus the date that I just typed, which was in B15. And it's 7,648. So if I want to know how many, that's days, how many years, I could do another formula, equals that amount divided by 365 days in a year. So turning 21 soon. And the last one is date value formula. And that would be equals date value, parentheses, quotation, February 1st, 1900, close the apostrophe and close the parentheses, and it would be day 32. So you can use it in a formula as well with date value. So hopefully these dates commands will be helpful. I'm going to show you another place that we can type today's date. So let me just make it a little bit bigger. So today's date, I typed it as a formula. You can see it there. The now date, you can see it there. But if you click formula, Date and time, you'll see today, and then you'll just click OK. And you can do the same thing for date and time. Choose now, and OK. And there you have it. And I'm going to put another date in here. Let's say this date here, you don't want it with the number for the month, the day, and the year. You could choose, I'm going to go back home, in the number group, date, you could choose short date. That's the one it's showing right now. You could choose long day. You can't see it all, so I'm going to double click. It shows the day and the month and day and year. Or how about if you wanted just July 10th, but not the word Monday? You would go, there should be a medium in here, but there isn't. You would choose more number formats. We're under the category date. These are the options that you could choose. Do you want just 3-14? Now, I know this says March 14th, 2012, but it'll actually be the date that appears here. This is just a sample of what you would have, how you would like the date to appear. Just visually, it will not put in March 14th. So I just want it spelled out. I don't want Monday, and I would click OK. So hopefully these shortcuts in putting in the date will be helpful on your future Excel worksheets. Thank you.